just recently I was walking through my kitchen and noticed a person that I know on the newspaper. So I picked it up and I started reading, and I realized that all of these farmers that I personally know helped out another farmer who had broken his arm. In one day, they took in all of his crops. That is one of the best things about living in a rural community. Everybody's there for you when you're in times of need. According to CityLab.com, 20% of people in America live in rural areas such as this one. I personally live in Walker, Iowa, a town of 800 people. So I am definitely qualified to talk about the struggles of living in a small town. With the economic developmental problems facing these small towns, we have to come up with new and innovative ideas in order to gain population and credibility. So vertical farming has been brought up, and this is basically a skyscraper of a farm. First, we have to figure out identify what the exact problem is. As I was looking up my topic, I found Walker's City website. While I was reading through the website, I noticed that a lot of this stuff was not relevant anymore and was about a year outdated. I also found the minutes from the last couple city meetings. On the minutes, there was very important stuff, of course, like the water bills and the sewage systems, electricity, and different codes that had been violated, but there was nothing about promotion of our town, like outside of the Walker area, telling people how great our town is. I also found on google.com/population that since 1990, we have been steadily increasing. About 100 people have come into our town since then. But since 2012, we have been decreasing in population. Because of our decreasing population and our lack of city involvement, this is definitely a problem that needs to be addressed. Now that we have our problem, we can come up with a solution: vertical farming. Vertical farming is basically wanted to be 1 mile by 1 mile long and wide and 30 stories up, basically filled with animals and fish, produce, and packaging for all of this stuff also. One of the biggest benefits of this kind of farming is that it creates a lot of jobs. Obviously, we're going to need people to take care of the fish and the animals, the packaging, and the plants, and we're going to need people to build the building. If this works, why not try it in Walker, Iowa, where there's lots of people who are very educated in the agricultural field. Now, this is a great idea, but we need a plan. First, we're going to start off by building a building. We're going to need tons of construction workers and different people to come up with blueprints for this building in order for it to start. And this project is really big, so it's going to take multiple years and create lots of jobs. Now, once the building is built, we'll need people to work with the animals and the fish, the packaging, and the produce. This is going to bring in lots of people to work in those jobs and all of their families, increasing our population by a lot. It's also going to give us local food. We have lots of corn and beans, cows and pigs, but we don't have much else. So it's going to bring us all this fish, lots of different animals, and different types of produce that we're not used to having right here in our towns. Finally, it's going to create a lot of tourism. This is something that has never been built before. It's a relatively new idea. So lots of people are going to be coming and checking it out, seeing what it's like, if it's working, and how it works. Finally, we'll have the finished product. On the very bottom, we'll have fish. Right above the fish, we'll have animals, and all of their waste will go down to the fish, who will eat their waste. Above the animals would be packaging, which is really nice because all the plants, animals, and fish can be just shipped a couple levels to be packaged and then outsourced, which is very cost effective. And finally, above the packaging would be all of the plants. And all of the waste from the plants can either go to the animals and fish to be fed or to be put back into the plant system by composting. Now, a building like this is going to take a lot of energy. On the very top, we'll have solar panels and wind turbines to create all the energy that we're going to need for this building. In conclusion, we have this big problem of rural areas not having enough economic development because everybody is going to all these big cities. So we have vertical farming to be the solution. And this is going to create lots of jobs, tourism, and local food. If we want to revive our small towns, creating these vertical farms is the perfect solution. By working together, we can stop the inevitable by creating new and innovative ideas which will clear a pathway to the future.